All right, still watching the Gulf. There's this area of disturbed weather moving right along the Gulf Coast or just south of the Gulf Coast, bringing some squally weather and a lot of heavy rain to parts of the Gulf Coast here tonight. Still a chance it could develop into a tropical depression before it finally moves on shore at some point in time, either later tonight, tomorrow, or into Friday. But it's a very disorganized system. You don't see any concentrated areas of low pressure down, just a little weak, a little wave, and it continues to move westward here, being steered by an upper level high pressure system to the north of it here. And where you see those wider color, that shows you where those heavier shower and thunderstorm areas are located there across the Florida panhandle into the southern part of Alabama, Mississippi there, and into Louisiana. In fact, this is going to be mostly a big rainmaker. I do not anticipate this to be anything to worry about. So if you're seeing a lot of hype out there and you're real concerned about it, don't be, unless you are in a flood prone area. Of course, South Louisiana real used to this kind of stuff, and you can see the heavy rain that continues Thursday into Friday there in places like Lafayette, Louisiana, maybe into Lake Charles, and then maybe even as far to the west as Houston, Texas could get some decent rain from this, and flooding is possible. And then as we get into Friday afternoon, Friday night, and Saturday, see that rain just kind of lifts off to the north there, but still some leftover tropical moisture to the south. But once again, this is really going to be pretty much a pretty big dud kind of a system here, just mostly again a rainmaker and some flooding as possible. Not like what we saw in Texas a few weeks ago here, but mostly just kind of some, your typical flooding you see in those areas with these tropical systems here that move there into Louisiana and southeast Texas and parts of Mississippi there. I don't even expect a lot in the way of tornadic activity or severe weather with it either. So look at Texas though, pretty dry though for the first time in a while, and that trend could continue with hotter weather over that way into the weekend and next week.